Everyone, welcome to Tuesday, and of course every Tuesday we take a look at the performance for the main board for the New Zealand Stock Exchange, being the NZX50. Now, thank you for those that did attend the Introduction to Investing course. It was really great. It was great having you there. For those that missed it, I have now created a free-paced learning module that you're able to do, so I will include the link below. The other thing is I'm thinking about doing a second series for Introduction to Investing, and I'll probably look at doing that in another couple of weeks, and I might do it on a Tuesday evening this time as well. So just keep an eye out for that, because once I've got that ready to go, I will let you know a few more details. Right, we'll take a look at the NZX50 and how that performed last week. Just remember, though, that this is for educational purposes only, definitely not intended to be personalised financial advice. For that, you do need to go and have a chat to your own financial advisor. Let's get started. As you can see, I've got the NZX50 up here on the screen, and look at this, I'll zoom in, but we have hit another high, and that is a really good sign. Great to see that our main board is slowly starting to get a little bit of traction. It's very positive, very encouraging. Volume was a little bit light. If I look down here, we only had about $80 million worth of shares that were traded on the New Zealand Stock Exchange last week. We would personally like to start seeing a bit more of that happening, just to make sure that this is actually going to be sustainable. So that is something that we would definitely like to see. Right, the thing too, when I look at this candle, let's zoom in a little bit. It is quite flat. There is a little bit of a wick at the top on that candle, which does indicate that there are potentially people out there taking profit. Obviously, the bears were in control. They out-trumped the bulls, but we did inch higher. So that is a really good thing to see. Let's just go and have a look at the 1 year, and that'll break it down to daily candles for me. And you can see here that we had a couple of sort of flat days, and we did have a couple of days selling off. Looking here on Monday, Monday was positive. Tuesday had a bit of a sell-off. Wednesday never really went anywhere. Thursday was a sell-off, but then Friday is where we did get a little bit more of those gains back. And if you look down the bottom at the volume, you can see on Thursday's sell-off, that was potentially quite strong, especially in comparison to the rest of the week. What I really want to see this big bar here on the volume, which happened around the 19th of September. That's the sort of thing that we want to see happening on the New Zealand market, getting good, strong volume candles like that on a good, positive day in this case, but we actually want to see that on a weekly basis. You can even see through this period here, which was towards the end of September, beginning of October, we had some really reasonable strength in the volume. The volume is the big indicator to really allude to what a trend is going to do, whether it's going to keep running or whether it's potentially running out of steam. Because even if the market is going up but the volume is down, it could indicate that the market is starting to get a little bit exhausted, and it could be faltering, or it could be ending into a sideways period, or it could be going in for a bit of a correction. That's why we like to see good, strong candles. Let's put our moving averages on, just on the daily chart, just to get an idea to begin with. So we'll change that to 30, change simple to exponential. So we're definitely still trading above that 30-day moving average, which is what I would expect, given we did have a positive week last week and given that the market's now at all-time highs. Let's also put on our 15-period moving average. And there you go. So you can see that the market is definitely trading above both of those. Good to see. It's encouraging. Let's hope it continues. Let's jump back to the 5-year chart, which makes those candles weekly. And you can see there that the market at the moment is definitely hugging that 15-week moving average. And it is looking like a pretty good symmetrical sign. Like I just said before, though, we do want to see a bit more volume down the bottom here. And that would really indicate that our market is in for a good, strong run. But that's certainly positive. I'm encouraged by that. I haven't opened any more new trading position. It does tend to be just the main leaders, if you like, that are driving this market. But even still, at least it's positive. It's been a long time happening, actually, for the New Zealand market. Now, I'll just stop sharing If there is a share that you would like me to review, by all means reach out, or if there's anything you'd like to know or learn about the share market, again, happy to help in that area. I actually read an article in Saturday's paper and it was talking about investing into the property sector. So I thought, let's take a look at that for Thursday. So instead of doing a specific share and review, I thought, let's have a look at the property sector as a whole and just see how that's performing. So until Thursday, take care.